If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no...
Ryan,
Oh,
welcome
we're
back.
We are back. Another episode. Another action-packed, fun-filled episode.
Yes,
Do you like
Brian,
my hat? My hat says goat.
you are the goat, Brian.
The goat.
You are the goat. I like that.
Values. Values.
Values, right? What's the next call,
I'm going
Brian?
to start with pink. Pink to make the boys wink, as they say.
Or is
That's
as
my
I say, as I say to someone wants some boy that I support, I say, I'm going to kick you in the...
All right.
He'll know what I mean by that, don't worry about that. So anyway,
So,
what was the
because
pick
I
one
like
again?
pink. Well, pink's femininity, and that is all me. I'm in touch with my androgynous feminine side, but I do like that value. Because the other part of it is obviously tenderness,
Tenderness.
right, and compassion.
Yeah.
And I think that, in all seriousness, is a big factor.
Yeah.
Is the I know we like to be a bit joking when it's the two A's, but let us assure you, anybody that comes on the episode, comes on the show, you know, we pride ourselves in just listening,
Yeah.
being compassionate, being tender, and giving people the opportunity to talk and be listened to. And the controversial one is the femininity part, because I've never really got a grasp with that. But I suppose that comes from what was put to me when we were discussing this was to have a mothering nature and to be there and, giving comfort.
Yeah.
And so I bought into that. So that is the pink value, the feminine value,
I
to
think
be that
got
motherly love.
yeah, we've got plenty of girls and plenty of females and women. Our own women can push us at the back of that, but I think we've got plenty of girls and women that have been on the podcast and that are coming back into the podcast
Yeah.
who can definitely share a light better than me and you could. But
Yeah, because you know what, I'm keen on. Obviously, you get the recent controversies with Prince Andrew and everything else, and I think that I mentioned in the last episode my work colleague Heather Malone, and I was actually reading up in some stuff about the work she does with women's aid, domestic abuse, and I think that'd be a very, very important thing to subject to get covered in an episode, and we would certainly need
there's a few.
Obviously, men can suffer from being the victims of domestic violence, childhood trauma, having perhaps witnessed domestic violence is another factor that can get taken into account. So I'm not just saying it's an exclusive, but certainly the work that she does with Women's Aid, very impressive.
And we've also got our own Michelle as well. I mean, we'd speak about Lisa, right? But we've got Michelle as well, who I think I've said to people that the last time we done a podcast was almost a year, right? Or 10 months. But it was actually 7 months ago I interviewed Michelle and we spoke about the crowd conundrums. That was what the podcast was all about. But we spoke about the groups that she's got, like the walking groups and stuff like that, the cold water kind of therapy groups that she does and stuff.
That's right.
So we've got plenty, and I know for a fact, looking at the stuff that we've done before, let's just make sure this volume's down, because she comes right up on it. We've got a very on Lisa. Again, I've just spoke about Lisa, but I'm actually going to go to the actual episode. Let me just look at that just now. I think I'll be alright if we do that. Oops.
You watching a podcast while we're doing one?
No. It was actually
It's
no, it was
the Gogglebox. Is it like an episode of Gogglebox?
It was actually, I'm trying to get the one I was talking about when we done it with Wee Wido. But if I go to the videos, it's because it's got to my shorts. And when it goes to my shorts, it just goes to, doesn't tell you that what one it was again. So, oh, well, we've got Nicole Carter,
Right.
who was talking about bipolar type 1.
That's right. Yeah, I
She was
remember
talking
that.
about that. And then
One thing that we're going to promote is more and more people. Please get on board. So we do have lots of contributors at the moment, but we want a lot more.
yeah,
And
the girl that I'm trying to think about, and I don't know why I forgot her name again. She'll kill me. Wee Lee, because you were at that episode.
oh,
We were-
really?
We were
Aye,
talking. Lee's. I've not spoke to Lee in ages, so
that was a great episode.
we
She
spoke about
started off doing her own podcast. The last time I saw that was an excellent podcast
That
she'd
was a
set
great
up.
excellent. That was great. I liked
Yeah,
that. That was the algorithms, insights
that's
into
right.
navigating TikTok's
Yeah,
impact on mental health. So
yeah.
we can talk about past episodes, and we can also talk about which really got to offer, because she does a lot still.
So
I think
she's
she's still doing.
terrific. Yeah, and I thoroughly enjoyed that episode. Yeah, it'd be great to have her back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
So that's the pink, right? And
Pink value.
we've got plenty of that. The next one would be red, the red hand, right?
Yeah, Red or Dead.
Red or dead, passion, danger, urgency. And the one that we added ourselves that we swapped from orange was the warning, right?
Warning.
So there's so much with the red ones we can do as well. We can talk about compassion with the red stuff. This one says passion. Again, both work hand in hand.
They do. They all intermingle, don't they? I mean, let's be honest. They all have a connection. And again, that's a team connection. All your hands together, everybody around the table, all try to connect together. The red one, the warning, the danger is a big one, because it goes back into what your original inspiration was for the podcast, was the suicide, the tragic death. It's someone you knew, someone else took their life that we both used to work with. Horrible, horrible thing. I think we done one on, which was new on me, suicidal ideation, and another one which I certainly wasn't aware of was passive suicidal ideation, which is really people just go to bed every night and not want to wake up. They were not going to commit suicide, but the Norwich City advert, but the mental health Norwich City campaign was a cracker. Whereas you can't always see those warning signs and the difficulty that is. But hence the reason we're doing this, Paul. Hence the reason we like to talk.
And that's the thing about even was it the Brighton who done one as well? Was it Brighton?
Brighton
Hove and Albion. The advert they done was so strong, and it was so powerful, the message. And it wasn't the same as Norwich, because when I was starting to watch it, I'm like that. Hold on a minute, this is going to be the same as Norwich, but it wasn't. It was a wee bit different, and it gave you a different thing about mental health, men's mental health. So we're talking about red hand, we're talking about passion, but that urgency to not know, and to maybe to speak to somebody. People don't know that maybe there's people that you can talk to. So we would obviously urge people. We would use the urgency thing to say, look, the worst thing that you can do is keep something on your mind that's bothering you. Me and you've got Bob, or we've got Craig Gallagher, or we've got even your boy Adam. We can speak to people.
Well, we try to create a network and and a community is
get
the best
women,
space.
women. But this is what we did say, that we speak about potential guests, right?
Yeah.
We're speaking about. I think I wrote her name down. We spoke about Heather Malone.
Yes.
Right. So we spoke about Heather Malone, which then gets us to. Let me just see. Well, obviously Michelle for us.
Uh-huh.
We've got Lisa. We've got other. We've got obviously Wee Lee, right?
Yeah.
But from that interview, or from those potential interviews, we've got so much to go on with other people. Me and you speak about it all the time, right? If you want to come on to the podcast,
Yeah.
just comment.
Yeah.
Comment.
And you know, you'll be on an episode before you know it.
You're born an episode. But what me and you are speaking about this, Brian, and we speak about it all the time off screen. We speak about the fact that we don't want to cause, like, what's that thing when you take advantage of somebody?
You do want to exploit MD.
Exploitation, right? Exploitation, by the way, would that come under as a colour?
I'm not too sure
Maybe
what colour.
maybe red would also be exploitation.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Because
I'll be honest, I'm not too sure because I think exploitation is something that should be a value.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get them as values, and
Yeah.
we're not trying to.
So we're not. So that's what I'm saying. We're not trying to exploit people, and
No.
I think that we are very much aware of that. And I think me and you have spoke about this. I know I keep saying that to you, right? But every person that I speak to, and every person who I've asked onto the podcast, I say to them, look, what one thing that I would do is, I said that if you think we're exploiting you, because that's it, we are at the same time we are exploiting people, right?
No,
but we don't mean it as in the sense of we're going to put you to.
No, I don't think we're trying to be no exploiting people. We're trying to be collaborative with people,
Yeah.
you know. And I think maybe if you're wanting things to add to the colours, then some of the values that are strong in my life is honesty,
Yeah.
generosity, and integrity.
Yeah.
They should be values, because if we've got people that come on and say to us before, you know, the episode, listen, I just want to come on. I'm only prepared to talk about X, Y at the moment. And then if I get my confidence up, I'll talk about Z, right? It's a stupid analogy, but it's all I could think of at the moment.
No, it's fine.
Then we're cool with that. We're fine with that, you know. Another sort of corporation speak thing is small steps into mine used to be small steps, you know, improvements each day. But no, we are collaborative is a big thing. We're not trying to exploit people. We're just trying to get people on board, encourage people to talk. And even if by just watching Green Sunrise podcast and thinking, I don't want to go on. However, in my own circle of friends, look at these couple of belters on talking.
Yeah.
Especially the idea with the baseball caps and the hats. If he can talk about how his mental health has been poor, has been crap, and how he, you know, talks about resilience. What does he know about resilience? So I'll go and talk with my circle of friends and open up. Then, you know, go and do it, you know. Please, that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to add to the conversation.
And what's good about us, Brian? What's good about this conversation between me and you is it's now alerted us to the fact is, and it's probably stupid, and people are probably like, but that's just a given, right? Trigger warnings. The trigger warnings, it must be a thing that we do at the start of every single episode. And I think I forgot to do that with a lot of episodes in the first season. But now we're coming into the second season. This is something that we now know. This has to be a must. So we should have like a board of make sure that this has happened first or this has happened last. We talk about please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button because it helps us. It helps us grow. And like we're saying now, but this is more important probably, and it trigger warnings because people have commented before like I didn't realise that was going to come up, and that it doesn't happen much, but it has happened, and if the channels to grow,
we try and create something that people can go off, and it's no problem if they go off on a tangent and talk about loads of other things, you know. But we should try and encapsulate something that just says, you know, instead of having loads, just listen, but we're going to, have an open and honest conversation about many, many different topics. Don't want to offend anybody.
Yeah.
Please be aware some of the themes might not be suitable.
And like we've said, Brian, if we, for example, we're in a conversation, me, you, Bob, or Lisa, whoever that's got to be, right? Somebody from the public says something wrong, and we get a comment about it, then we need that. That's constructive criticism that we need to grow. For us to go forward properly, we need people to say, no, hold on a minute. No. I've got a problem with that. Here, the problem might not be valid, but at the end of the day, if somebody feels it or they see it, then we need to know, so we can just. By the way, we might need to go on more about the subject that we're talking about to say, well, this is what we mean, instead of giving the whole picture.
What is it to say? Every day is a school day.
Yeah.
We always say, especially me, I'm not an expert in anything. So if anybody ever watches a Green Sunrise podcast, especially when I'm on and comments and things, see what you were saying. It's 100% untrue. Really detracts from what you're trying to achieve. It's, whatever the criticism is, then you'll be invited on. And you'll be invited to give that feedback to us so that people can watch, and then we can, learn to that. So, that's what it's all about. Life is about that, Paul. Life should be about that.
It opens up the conversation.
We can't do this. We can't do this if we are under the stress of saying anything wrong. Stress it's one of the things that impacts my mental health, is if you're under serious stress. That's how you need to be supportive. Another word that can be used. If you're in a working environment, say we spend all our time in work and you've not got support round about you get into that stressful situation. I can't make a mistake. I'm very fearful. We're the same, so we only going to get everything right. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to say stupid things. But come on, chat. That's what we're doing.
So the next colour, Brian, do you know what the next colour is? It's one of my favourites. It's not my favourite, but it's one of my favourites.
Teal.
Maybe we add that. That can be added to season 3, Brian. But yellow.
Oh,
right.
Sunrise.
Yellow sunrise. Sunrise, but positivity.
Yes, we've got that in abundance.
Creativity.
Yep.
And happiness.
Yep, the greatest thing that I possess, happiness.
Happiness.
Yeah.
The greatest gift that I possess.
That's, and we are trying to give a bit of that. Positivity.
This will be one thing that we can definitely load up on, like overtime. Let's talk about some of the people that we've got coming on, right? I'm going to give you a couple of names, Brian. First of all, it's a van's life, Kat.
Oh, wow.
Kat. And by the
promote that. People should watch her.
It's a
YouTube.
Van's life, right?
It's a Van's life. How good is that?
Her name's Kat. She's the size. I can't even mind the size. It's like a VW. It's a wee VW camper van. It's a small van, right? And she's turned this into her home. She just gets out. She goes everywhere. She's been all over the world in this van.
I was watching some episodes today as well. It's just fantastic.
So I'm actually speaking to Kat on Friday, just a wee chat with her regarding kind of how we're going to get the podcast running. We might go meet her. We might get somebody to go meet her in Scotland if she wants to travel up. And I think it'd be great if we travel also in my van or whatever and go and see her, if we can do that. And we can also do it if we're meeting her. We can probably do it maybe. If we're not doing it on the camera, if we're not doing it on, the Zoom or anything like that, then we can definitely get the Zoom added to the conversation. And I think there's so much potential for that. There's a lot of there's stuff that I want to really promote with Kat. And I think
sorry to interrupt. Before I forget, I have to say the Kaizen runners. Again, Adam Mitchell, who was a contributor in the past. And then young Ben Walker for Kaizen. They do the ultra marathons now. Their content is fantastic on Instagram when they're out doing their running. The two of them run like Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And
so the Kaizen runners, is that what they're called?
well, they both of Ben and Adam are in a running club called Kaizen, or I don't know if this
Right.
Kaizen group. Don't know what it means, to be perfectly honest with you.
Well,
but that's for them to come on and explain why anybody in their right mind would want to run
would do an ultra marathon.
67 wants to run 67 miles.
Brian,
as a hobby.
Brian, I was as a hobby. Brian, when I watched, they're very inspirational, right? As you know, I've been watching Ben's videos and Adam's been in them as well, right? I'm like that, right? Because what does it say? Is like, here we go, like let's do this. What does it say?
Let's do this. I'm sure he says, yeah.
Let's do this, right? And it just goes right. He goes, he doesn't go at that second K. It's like 20th K.
Yeah.
30th K. It's like they go in tens, right? I'd be struggling. I can do 5K, Brian. I can just do about 5K. I could probably push to 10, right? I could probably do that. But see, thinking about doing 10, 20, 30, I mean, unbelievable.
No, it is incredible. Incredible what they do. So, yep. And here, another person, we're talking about the getting feminine, female, God, that sounded terrible, people involved. One of the people that we were wanting to get involved in the past was June Brogan, who does the Friday night drama. June is also, I think June's not a drama teacher, but she used to star in River City.
Yeah,
but
that's right.
What she does in drama, Friday night drama, community in Bishopbriggs is incredible. My youngest son, Jack Mitchell, actually, I think he was 7 when he started with June. He's now 19. He's a drama student, and he's actually helping with her group now every Friday night. And yeah, I think June also, she's, I don't think she would mind me saying, she's a cancer survivor as well. So yeah, she'd have a terrific story. So we'll need to get June invited.
June had said last year when we started, she was wanting to come on, and I was really excited for June to come on. Obviously, we didn't get chances to get it settled, and obviously she was really, really busy as well, and she's always busy anyway. But I think June Brogan would be so good to go on the podcast. Even it might be a potential one for us to go and let's do a cafe one. Let's go to a cafe, interview her with a camera, and we've got the speakers there. We could possibly do that. It'd be something because I think it'd be really important if me and you, I know we're doing it video content, we're doing it virtually, and virtually is going to be really important to us. But I think what will also be really important to us if we can actually go and meet people. And if we
definitely.
If we need to take my van, whoever's going to be there.
None of these posh 10 quid coffee to places that you go to, you know what I mean?
No, well, it's a van. For example, if Catface
I'll
a
go to
van
a van where I can say, can I get a small coffee or a large? None of this grande nonsense. Or,
no, none of this.
Whatever.
None of this.
Yeah, fancy panel chocolates.
No. We'll
cup
make
of tea and a Turnips tea cake for me,
we'll
please.
Make sure we've got a flask, Brian.
All right.
A Green Sunrise. By the way, I'm selling merchandise. Green Sunrise podcast flask. There you go.
Brilliant.
Well, after we get the t-shirts done, right, we'll get the flasks done and all.
You need to get me a baseball hat. I've now decided baseball
you want one?
hats are the way to go.
I'll get you one.
They're the way to go. Just far too bald now, and it's that time of year. It's really, really cold, and then in the summer it was just far too warm at times. So it's If you ever see me without a hat, I'm sleeping.
It's not that. I like it when you get the hat off. We won't talk that. Right, so let's just tick that one off, right? I think we'll end it. We'll no end it today, right? I think we've got 2 to go. Now we could end it, and then that'll be us on to the guests that we've got coming up. and we can speak a wee bit about that. What do you fancy, Brian? Do you fancy going on to the next two, or do you want to end the episode?
I know we'll end the episode here. And again, we will do what we do, Paul. We'll just sit down and say, right, who are we getting on next?
Yeah.
Who do we think is the best contributors and best people to join you? Because I've said to you many a time, you've had a particular guest. And I've thought, well, it would be better with Lisa and Bob because of their life experience as opposed to my life experience. Because that's a big thing. That goes back into our values again about the ability to be compassionate and understanding and, so they can speak to somebody with a shared experience.
Yeah.
We'll have a think about who can make it on the next couple of episodes, and then we'll let you know. Please keep watching.
Because I think the green one and the blue one's going to be really nice, and I think to end it on that as well is great. And we'll talk a bit more about the certain people we've got who have said, I'll be up for it to come on. One I must mention, PK Fitness and DJ Stephen Bennett, our very own friend, DJ Stephen Bennett.
Yeah.
I don't think he knows he's coming on, but he will definitely be coming on.
He will. He'll get told Thursday night.
A life with Kieran and stuff like that. We've got so many people coming on, but like I say, that's just to mention.
Yeah, I mean, we've still got two of the values to go, but no, let's keep it.
Good.
Keep it going. We can always just drop in, look at what those values are, and maybe link it in with the next guest.
Yes, and maybe get somebody in to help us out as well. Maybe get Bob or somebody in as well would be great. Right, Brian, thank you so much. Is there anything you want to end this episode on? Give some words of inspiration.
Just that yellow positivity. It's great to be back. It's great to be doing Green Sunrise, second episode now for me. Back in the old routine, and let's keep pushing it, let's keep driving it, and please help us.
Yes, thank you very much. Subscribe,
join us,
hit the like buttons, push it out.
Do what you can, spread the word, and if you're watching this and think you can participate, do any better, you're more than invited. More than invited,
more than welcome to give us a go. Brian, thank you so much, brother. I'll speak to you soon.
As I'll say, good night, and whoever your God is, God bless.
God bless you, sir.
Cheers.